Well, it's that time again. Time for another hike, time for another adventure. And for this one, I've been preparing in the best ways that I know how to. Most nights I've been running. I would rather be doing anything but this right now. And it's been going great. Of course, I've also been hiking as much as I can. My arm was itchy. There's fire ants in this tent. First half of this trail is gonna be super wet. Conditions haven't been so bad here, and it's always nice to get outside. And naturally, I've been going over my gear and making sure that I'm well prepared for the conditions I'll face. You know, I'm not sure I can go any lighter than this, but Dad didn't raise no quitter. I'm sure there's a couple more things I could leave behind or cut off. I think my kit's pretty well adjusted for what's ahead. And you know, at first I wasn't really sure what type of conditions to expect. So I've kind of just been getting ready for everything.
All right, stop. Just 3 more hours to go. Hold still.
However, I did get to talk to a friend. He lives up there, so he kind of confirmed that things aren't quite as bad as I was maybe expecting off the bat, which is awesome. So what am I going to do? I'm gonna go hike the Pacific Northwest Trail, but I'm only gonna do about half of it, probably 500 miles. And then afterwards, I'll go hike the PCT Days. I guess I'm not hiking that, but I'll be there at PCT Days. If you're there, I'd love to say hi and chit chat and all that. And then actually, afterwards, I really would like to maybe get a walk-up permit to the Wonderland Trail, and if that's just not possible, then maybe the Timberline Trail. Though, I'm sure you're wondering, why only half of the PNT? Why not do the whole thing? Well, I would love to do the whole thing, but John actually got in touch with me saying that he was going off to hike the Pacific Northwest Trail and wanted to know if I would hike a little bit with him. The one caveat to that was that he was leaving in like 5 days. Very excited I get to go up and hike with John, hike with Alex, his girlfriend, and, you know, really experience the Cascades of Washington, and Puget Sound, and Olympic National Park, and the coastline of Washington. And to any locals, I apologize if I just mispronounced every single one of those things. So, for real, I have actually been getting all my gear ready. I'm gonna hike with Palante Joey on this one. And I think this is just about everything. You know, I'm still waiting on like 1 or 2 little things to come in the mail. Conditions, from what I hear, kind of seem perfect. Hiking in August, doing the westernmost like 500 miles, and I'm just like so excited for it. I think John is going to be averaging something like 26 miles a day, which is kind of my sweet spot. That's like what I like doing most. Any more than that, it feels like I'm really pushing, and you know, maybe I'm even doing some night hiking and stuff, whereas 26 is... Yeah, and also I'm really excited to go out and film there. Every photo I've ever seen of Washington and the mountains, and you know, it just looks like the most incredible place. In the future, I would love to come back and do the PNT as a whole, but you know, this is kind of like the perfect opportunity to go hike with some friends and gather more skills so I can go do something bigger. So before I leave, I might wind up doing another gear video because, you know, personally, one of the first things I did when kind of researching the Pacific Northwest and the PNT specifically was I searched PNT gear video. Now, I didn't really find a whole lot. At least I didn't really find the types of gear lists that I was looking for. Maybe a little bit on the ridiculous side. So be sure that I will be the one that goes out there in the super light fashion and can kind of let you know how that goes. Especially see how everything unfolds once I'm up in the Cascades hiking with like some 6-pound pack, which more than 1/3 of which is camera equipment. I think the Pacific Northwest Trail is kind of a nice step up from some of the other trails I've been hiking lately. Obviously, the Pacific Crest Trail is extremely well marked. The Sheltowee Trace Trail is pretty darn well marked, but also it's like lower elevation. So the PNT is going to be very rugged in comparison. It's probably not going to be marked super well. It's going to be very high up in elevation, and it's going to invite all sorts of new challenges that I'm just like beyond stoked to take on. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.
Oh yeah.
All right, stop.
Just 3 more hours to go. Hold still. Here, put your face up.
Okay. What'd you say?
Put your face up. We need